Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 21. My name is DarkCX, and last time we purchased a piece of junk from a junkyard, so that's really on us. We should have known better. But it's all we could afford. Even with $20,000, we really just couldn't go spending money willy-nilly. We bought a 1969 Bolt Supernova. That picture is misleading. This is the car we bought. It doesn't have most of its engine. I think I made a mistake. But that's not where we're focusing right now. Actually, let me pull that hood back up. Let's take a look at what we got here. There's some stuff we can analyze. There's 3 things in the engine we can analyze that are rough. Rough. What about the suspension? I'm not feeling confident in what we got going on here. I know I really need to get some of the situations where I can actually repair the stuff on my own, because I don't want to just buy up parts. That's going to get expensive, and I highly doubt we'll make a profit if we do that. But I do know one thing I can put in this car right now actually. Boom. I can put a battery in this car because I have an extra battery. That's pathetic. So let's go back here. Finish our examination of our mistake. Maybe I don't need to call it a mistake. Maybe I need to call it a happy accident. That's pretty popular, isn't it? God, so many missing parts. Alright, so I think that's about it. I think that about covers it. We don't have anything. None of the fluid holders are here. Because I can't. Like, if I were to try and do, like, any of these tools, like, doesn't have a port, which it's an older car, so that makes sense. Can't start it. Actually, might be able to do the electrical one. Yeah, because I put the battery in it, so that's cool. Let that do that real quick. Battery, 100%. That's the only electrical item in the car. Oh, man. Tires. How are the tires? All 0. 6%. Oh, man. Oh, wait. That one tire is 32. Jeez. And we can't do that last one either because the car can't start. So, let's put the hood down on that bad boy. So, I'm picturing it like midnight. No, like a matte black. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to go with, like a matte black. Alright, so, but anyway, in this episode, we're going to be exploring this bad boy over here. There's a stack of tires there. This bad boy over here, which is a Bolt van, and it's actually the first time I've worked on anything that wasn't a car or an El Camino in any of these games. It's a story one, so we should net pretty decent profit from it. With what I've already seen from the task lists, we got some work. We got some money. I mean, it's 8 pages long. That is the longest task list that I've ever seen. So actually, let's back out of that. And let's go ahead and do an analyzation of what we got going on here. Alright, clutch plate, 10%. Filter, 11%. I actually might take it for a drive. I think I'm going to do that. If it's, well, he said he drives it every day, so it should start. I wonder if it's just got a really, really high minimum. 9% on the serpentine belt, 14% on the cam gear. Okay. He did want the suspension checked out. I wonder what the minimum is on this. I need to take a look at that. 57, okay. That all looks pretty... Oh, 6% on the wheel hub. That, yeah. If he's driving it as much as he says he is with the loads, you know, that's gonna do it. Alright. Wheel hub bearing 1%. I bet it's got the same thing back here. Real bad. Oh, we got an axle knuckle housing. That's at 7. I think to do the wheel hub bearing on the back ones, you have to take the wheel off and look at it. That's bad. Another knuckle housing that's bad. Let's see what we got going on back here. Leaf spring U-bolt that's bad. Those, I've seen a couple of those bad. Oh, all of those are bad. Leaf springs are bad. Exhaust. Exhaust isn't too shabby. Alright, so... And then we've got the fuse box. We can look at those. Power steering reservoir. That's the ABS. It's the battery. Can't examine that. Oh, we got the suspension here. It's got front sway bar. Man, we're gonna have to pull this whole thing apart. The whole thing. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back here and then I'm gonna actually take a look at this. So it needs 58% or better on its everything that we need to replace. So I'm gonna close this and then I'm going to go to the test track. Oh, not with the Supernova because oh, he said he drives it every day. Did he not say he drives it every day? How did he drive it? How did he drive it? Great. Garage, back to the car. I'm coming with my truck. I use it every day at work. So if it can't start, how does he use it every day? Alright, so we got some tools here. Alright, car doesn't have that. Darn it. Alright, so engine can't be started. Right, we do that. Electrical. I bet there's going to be at least one relay that's bad. Alternator, starter. These are good. We're going to have to strip this thing down. Everything. I bet you we got to replace the pistons. I bet we got to replace the thing that goes onto the starter. I mean the... Good Lord, give me a second, I'll get there. The spark plugs. And the thing that plugs into the spark plug. Which my brain is not telling me what it is right now. Alright, let's move this bad boy into the garage. There's just no... Yeah, we just need to get started. Never worked on a van before, this is new. Alright, so let's go ahead and start here. First bolt is jammed. I love it. Hey, that covers 58%. Alright. Let's go ahead and drain the oil so we don't get us a fine. We'll drain everything because we got to do it anyway. So we don't get no fines by pulling anything apart. A little impatient there. So we'll go ahead and just drain out that oil. It doesn't look too bad, but I don't think there's any difference in the game when the oil's bad or good. Back. And while we have this up, we can check the oil filter. Yeah. Should have known. Take that off. 4%. Take this off. So we can look at the bottom of the pistons. Hopefully we don't have to pull out all the pistons. It's not that bad, but it just... Oh my Lord. The crankshaft's got to come out. Man. We got to do it all. We got to strip this thing down to its case. Gearbox looks good. What? Oh, starter. It's the starter, man. You know this. You know this switch needs to be replaced drastically. Oh, man. Take that gearbox off. Hate when I miss it by just that little bit. Take this off. 57. Clutch plate off and take the flywheel off. Alright. So, what else do we have to get from down here? I think that, oh, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to put that back on because it doesn't need to come off and I don't want to get it mixed up in my stuff. So what else has to come off from down here? Oh, yeah, I know what we can do. Can pull all this stuff off. Yeah, it looks like we got some bad pistons. They're not all bad, but we got some bad ones. We got some really nice ones though too. Looks like he might have had some work done. Oh, 53%. What was the percentage it needed to be again? 58%. Okay, so am I having to replace these 53s? Because I don't... Rod cap. Let's label that one. Oh, some gun. Alright. Let's just get this all stripped down. I don't know if there is a penalty for, like, fixing things that aren't necessarily, like, in need of being fixed. Like, if you changed out all the rod caps. Like, generally speaking, when I'm doing work like this, and if I have to replace, say I have to replace 2 out of, you know, the 8 spark plugs, I'll generally just replace all 8. I mean, if I was having work done to my car, that's what I would want to do, and in this game, those aren't very expensive. There are a couple other things that I do with what's like that. The, is it ignition cap? Or the, what is it that goes onto the top of the piston? I'll find it here in a minute. I usually replace all those too, and that can get expensive, because it's like 200 or 500. It looks like I have all the caps off. I hope so. Alright, so I think that's everything that we need to get down here engine wise. Now we can go ahead, since we have it jacked up, we'll just start pulling all this off, because it's all got to come off. I don't think 30 minutes is going to be humanly possible to get this all done. Brakes look pretty rough. Yeah. Ooh, bad. 3%, man. You were driving a death wagon. How did you even get it here? Hey, that's good. That seat hub bearing. Oh yeah, we could see it. So we could see it from the thing. This whole assembly's got to be. Well, I guess that's okay. That's okay. 56, 52, 59. Those are fine. So I'll leave those. See, I gotta check that. It looks rough. So let's go ahead and pull this off. This off because I need to get that part off anyway. Man, there's a lot of jam bolts on this thing. Is rough. Back up a little bit here. Take this tire off. Get this tire off and let's get the other side off. And we'll have the front end almost disassembled. Some of these camera angles get pretty rough in this thing. The calipers are good, but you know, brake pads, brake disc, but I don't see a caliper. I don't see a brake caliper. So even though the part is below the threshold, it doesn't need to be replaced. I'm gonna have to label pretty much everything on this car just to get it where it needs to be. I don't know how it's physically possible to get that can there, but you know what? It happened. It just happened. So let's pull this and this, which gives us this 52%. Now let's see if we have to change the steering rack. No, we don't have to change the steering rack. Man, this is going to be expensive. I don't know if I got enough money to fix this guy's van. This is actually going to be the first time I use the spring port. And that gives us this bar, which I'm going to pull this out. I'm giving this man an all-new car. Like, his van should run for another 10 years because it will be brand freaking new. Let's go around to the back while we got it jacked up. Go ahead and get this stuff pulled. So we know we got to get all the leaf springs and stuff. It's a crime. It's a crime. It's a crime he was driving this down the road. Just straight up, he should have been arrested because it is a death wagon. It is a death van. You are not fixing people's homes. You are risking their lives. Why can't I pull that cap off? I have to pull this off first. Oh, my bad. Alright, so that. that doesn't need to be replaced. Let me make sure, actually. Rear axle. See, rear axle housing. Oh, that's that. Okay. Those are rough. 15%. These U-bolts off. This game is very relaxing. I like to play this game. I hope that you guys enjoy watching me play this game. Somebody. Oh, what'd I miss? Oh, got some bearings. Okay, makes sense. Probably all of the rubber bearings need to be replaced. Bushing. Rubber bushing, my bad. Like, I would be surprised if they didn't. You know what? I gotta check some bushings up front. I think I missed something. All the brake pads. All the brake pads. Bad. Bad, bad, bad. What? 2%? Oh, I'm sorry. 9%. Woo! 9%. The brake disc is actually pretty good. It's not bad. That's good. 61%. And that's good. So I know already we need that. I need to get these bushings out. I wonder how the fuel pump is. See it. Yep, fuel pump needs to be replaced. Lord have mercy. Dude, I had cars come out with half their front end missing that needed less work than your van. How did you get it here? Oh, I gotta get these off first. Like, you said you drive it every day. Like, that's just not possible. I couldn't even get it started. I'm a mechanic. I just don't understand how people can let their cars go this way. Keeps me in business, I suppose. Alright, so it looks like we got everything pulled from the rear end that we need. So let's get out of here and go ahead and bring it down so that way we can drain the other fluids out and start from the top end of the engine to get everything cleaned out. Because we got to replace the fluids anyway, so if we go ahead and drain them out, we won't have an incident where we accidentally spill some onto the floor. Because I've done that once or twice, and they have a little bit of a fee you have to fine you have to pay, and it's 50 credits, but man, I need to hold on to those 50 credits. So that's brakes, windshield washer, power steering. This is the fourth one. I already drained the oil out, was the first thing I did. So that's good. So we got all those. Batteries at 55%. We can actually pull that off. If we get out of this. I want to go ahead and pull that off and charge it. Just because, like, I can. Why not? Alright. And it charges pretty quick, but, go ahead and get to work. We'll start stripping on this engine. Hopefully we find all the rest of the parts because, yep, new wires at 14%. We've got to get these clips off. This fuel filter. Ignition distributor rotor, or cap. And then this is the rotor. Both need to be replaced. Ignition distributor A is good. Pull off this head cover. Once we get this off, we'll see our first glimpse at the spark plugs to see how bad they are. I'm willing to bet that they pretty much all okay. Yeah, I see. Let's get this manifold out of the way because I see some bad spark plugs already. So, like I said earlier, okay, so this spark plug is technically okay. I don't see it on the list. But there are going to be spark plugs on the list, and just to keep from having an issue, I'll replace them all. I just find that to be a way for my brain to process it right. You know what sucks is it looks like that this episode is going to be just disassembling everything from this car, or from this van, because it's so much. But I do know that once I get everything put back together and I get the van running, I'm taking it to the test track. I'm gonna drive it, just because. So we got the engine exhaust manifold. Spray a little bit more WD-40. There's another spark plug that needs to be replaced. So, and we already need to do the wires. Like, some of the cars don't have the wires. They have like a cap that goes on it. I don't remember what it's called for the life of me, and I never will. So I'm gonna stop trying. But I'll replace all those too, because it's just easier that way. It keeps you from having a problem. I pull all these arms off, these rocker arms off, and that's another, like, okay, so I wonder how much these rocker arms cost. But look, so rocker arm, I pulled 2 or 3, but I only need to replace 1. Like, I guess I'll have to label them. That's what I'll have to do. No, because it doesn't. Okay, yeah, it does show. So that way I know which ones need to be the 100%, because I've replaced parts in other builds, and like I put like the 52% back in one side, and then I put the 100% on the other side that didn't need to be replaced, quote unquote, and ended up having to go and redo it because the mission wouldn't accept. Oh, gotta pull all these rods. Push rod. Good push rod. Oh, no, that's a bad one. That's a good one. Bad one. It looks like every other. Do all this all over again on the other side. Can I pull this? I can't. Spray that. Spray that. Get these pulled out. Got 3-ish over there that need to be replaced on the rocker arms too. Okay, so that's moved. I guess the other one's... maybe not. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we got 8 minutes left of this episode, and we still got so much to pull off. Like, if I went and labeled everything that's got to be replaced, the car would glow blue. Like, it's just sad. I mean, yes, I'm a good mechanic, but come on, man. Do some preventative maintenance. Is it really that much to ask for? There's some push rods that... Oop, missed it. Click it, did the wrong thing. Did it again? Did it again. Like, they're even glowing red. Like, click me. See, I wonder how much the push rod, if it would be just like beneficial just to replace all of them, like what the big price difference would be. All right, so there's a piston that needs to be replaced for sure, but that one, see, the piston rings need to be replaced. See, yeah, I'm glad I pulled that, because all the piston rings got to be replaced. Yep. So cool. So we'll get 4 more pistons from here. All needing new rings, probably. 12%. So that piston needs to be replaced, period. And see, that's cool. Hey, replace the rings, man. I'm gonna leave that. I need to get this stuff off. It's kind of a tight spot to see everything that's going on here. Fan's good. Does that come off next? Sure does. Alternator can come off. Our steering pump can come off, although it does not look like it needs to be replaced. Water pump pulley, crankshaft pulley, because we gotta go back under there and pull that crankshaft. Oh, look. Hey, look at that rubber bushing. It needs to come out. Whoops. Looks like there's more. Okay. I'm gonna have to go pull back because it looks like those rubber bushings need to be replaced too. So we gotta get these. Gotta get these. Just being thorough. I mean, we gotta rebuild this guy's engine. Might as well rebuild this guy's engine. So the water pump. Big old question mark on its durability. And it is 54, so it doesn't need to be replaced. Still got more crap that's gotta come off. Alright. Look at that. What am I? What? What? Chain's got. I tried the chain. I thought I tried the chain. I swear I tried the chain. Can't pull the crankshaft off from the top. There's the camshaft. Okay. So. It looks like we're making good progress. We still have half a page or better of stuff we gotta find, but it looks like most of it is gonna be rubber bushings that are bad. That I didn't pull the part because I didn't think the part was bad, but the bushing is bad. It's gonna be a 2 right here. Watch, but both of them are bad. Well, only one of them, but I will replace all rubber bushings. Like, they're cheap enough. It's fine. Like, yeah, it's the upper arms because it looks like they need to be replaced too. We got 2 bad bushings. See, I should have just done this earlier. I think this guy goes mudding. There's so much rust. Like, he has to just, everything's got to be wet all the time. More rubber bushings. Hey, that one's good. That's crazy. That one's not. Oh, this upper arm needs to come off because it's going to have some bad ones. Two of them. This bushing actually looks good. Alright, so what is we got here? We got everything. We found all the broken parts. Yikes. Alright, so we're right here at the end of the episode. Man, we took this bad boy apart. We stripped it down of everything. If we go ahead and sort this stuff by condition, we can scroll to the bottom of the page and just look at all this crap we gotta replace. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap things up here for this episode because this is definitely a 2-parter. Because it's gonna take me another 30 minutes to put everything back together. I've also got to go shopping to buy these parts, so we'll do that in the next episode. And then maybe we'll go to the junkyard if we got time in the episode and check and see if we can find any parts for our little project car. If we don't have time, I might run to the junkyard off camera to see what I can find and come back if I find something worth seeing where it comes to our project car, because I'd like to do something on it. I'd like to do something soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please come back to see another one. Like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you'd like to see them when they come out. I hope that I get them out pretty quickly. And I hope to keep on going as long as you'll watch. So we'll see you next time, which hopefully won't be too long.